No man. No man.
I can go
Talk to
ahead.
me.
Right.
Talk to me.
So today I was in Ocherius, right? And it was so pleasing to the eyes to see the young people out there handing out the booklets.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
young people, and people were actually taking them. It didn't matter what color they were. People were taking them. So just as you said it, if what is in those booklets resonates with the people, then we're good to go. Proper good to go, And people are actually listening because, at the hairdresser, it's like everybody's talking about the whole election thing, and people are listening. People from the opposition party, they're actually listening. Some of them might get a little, tune in their body and all of that and be all trying to oppose, but no, it's hard for them to just say, he hasn't done anything. He hasn't done anything, So people are actually logging on to the slogan, choose Jamaica. Choose Jamaica instead of choosing Jamaica Labour Party or choosing an Andrew Holness, but choosing Jamaica for the policies, and we really have to. It doesn't matter. You cannot underestimate your opponent, no matter what it is. We can't go hands down. I still tell people to go out and vote, no matter what is happening, no matter how sure you think that your member of parliament is going to win, go out there and vote. That is the only way we can ensure that the progress continues. But you have to continue because we're all excited to see what is going to happen up until 2030. With everything that is happening now, just imagine the progress that we will have come 2030. Maybe 2030, yes, we would love a Labour Party government to still be in power after that, but maybe it wouldn't even matter because so much would have been done and there would have been so much legacy, to ride on that it wouldn't even matter what happened with the election come 2030. But for now, we want to see it all the way through to 2030. We want to continue the progress. We want young people to log on, get in tune, be a part of the process, try to understand what is happening, understand what is happening with the government, instead of talking about die-hearted, politics. I see some people sitting down talking about, matter if they have water or whatever. I can't believe people still talking like that now. No matter what, them are dead hungry, them are die-hearted PNP. How can you say such a thing? Why would you not want to benefit from all you say Andrew is corruption? Even today I see somebody wrote about $3 trillion. Is that even possible? Do we even have $3 trillion to begin with? How can one man steal $3 million? What did he do? What $3 trillion? What did he do with all that money? And if he's so corrupt as per the PNP and the naysayers, I always tell people, I remember when I used to work, right? Well, my first job, I was there for a long, long time in sales. And I used to be the top sales rep for the company. And they used to say, I'm stealing, Oh, she's stealing company money. I'm making all this money for the company, I'm at the top, But still, they say I'm the one. I'm stealing. I'm robbing up money and all of that. So I said to them, if I'm robbing money and I'm the one that is bringing in the most, why are you worried? Why are you concerned about me? Because there's 50 other people behind me, 50 to 70 other reps behind me. And I'm bringing in the most. So you're concerned about me stealing. That should be an issue. So if you're going to say Andrew Wallace is corruption and he's robbing up 3 trillion and robbing up this, but still yet he finds the time and excess to spend on the country to ensure that our lives are better, why are you concerned? What is the concern? What is all the propaganda for when everybody is benefiting? So we need to break things down, and I like how you break things down, neighbor. I love how you do it so that everybody can understand, because you're making sense. We sit down and talk, and then only some people can understand what you're saying. We need everybody to be able to understand that, listen, it's not a joke thing. It don't matter who what is in power, but this man is working. I've never seen a prime minister downtown rubbing shoulder to shoulder. Sometimes some of the people that will go up in his face and be shouting in his face, the only time I can remember something like that happening is when that nurse lady was up in Bruce Golding's face many years ago, being rude. Remember that incident?
Edith Allwood Anderson.
She's same one. You remember the incident? Yeah.
The lady with the wig, ma'am.
Same one. Same one, and she could hardly see after that. She was up in Bruce Golden face, you know, being so disrespectful.
May her soul rest in peace, ma'am.
Oh, awesome. You know, that was the only time I've ever seen that. Yes. Yeah, August is no longer amongst us. Okay. But I've never seen it happening. And sometimes I see everybody going up to Andrew. I told them today at work that, listen, if the kids could vote for Andrew Holness, he would win 1 million times. The amount of kids that man lifts and hugs and tries to help. If somebody can look at you and say, and if somebody can ask you for a laptop, and you say to that person, listen to me, I'm going to give you that laptop, but I want you to check in with the member of parliament, or the member of parliament is going to check in with you to ensure that you're putting it to use, or you're going to school, you're going to finish your education. One more than that you want. I see another one saying that she wants to go to Heart. She log on with the member of parliament. Log on with the member of parliament. Go to Heart. Get skill trained. It is there. You know, let me tell you something. You know, a lot of people, they don't know the benefits of the Heart Trust. A lot of young people don't know.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. There's so much. There's this place. My friend came yesterday.
I gotta run. I'm running out of time. I gotta run. I gotta run. You hear? Catch me later.
Yeah. All right, no problem.
Time is on.
All right.
TVJ News. I am a warrior woman. Me no afraid of no boy. No girl, no gear, nowhere. You know what? They say I'm too bold. They say we're using some warm metaphors that they really don't like. But I think is that they're really afraid of the power of a woman. They don't like to hear us roar.
Tell you something. This is all very exciting.
All right. Let's get back to the notes. How is the opposition going to respond to all of this? Remember, I tell you, we need to measure message resonance. If the message in the book, this book, resonates with Jamaicans, because there are other things that the party would need to do to get the message to resonate. The effectiveness of this public relations masterclass is going to depend on how the opposition responds to it. And the opposition has been responding. The opposition has been responding. Here is one of the response from the opposition. Not an official response, but one of their vloggers or bloggers. Her name is...
So this is the kind of Jamaica that we want. This is the Jamaica.
Tina Times.
AICA. Well, we don't want that Jamaica, yeah. We don't want that Jamaica, yeah. This is the Jamaica that Labour right want, and we don't want that.
All right. Now, what Tina has done there is in the booklet, there is a misspelling of the word Jamaica. Here is it. So, this is back way. This is J-A-I. Okay. So then, here is what Tina is saying.
So this is the kind of Jamaica that we want. This is the Jamaica that we want. Jamaica. Well, we don't want that Jamaica.
Fantastic. It tells you the opposition, they have no response. The opposition, they have no response. Because if they dismiss it as a gimmick, or they criticize the content, well, can they? Can they criticize the content of the book? And can they say that the stunt was a gimmick? You know what they have said? That the Prime Minister broke the law. That by being out there in halfway tree in the traffic, the Prime Minister was breaking the law. By being out there in the traffic, the Prime Minister is breaking the law, and they got one word spelt incorrectly. Let me sum up this for you. The halfway tree rollout of this magazine book emphasized the Prime Minister's willingness to engage directly with the public. It's called accessibility. It highlights the genuine nature of the Prime Minister's actions. That's called authenticity. And then it showcased the Prime Minister's proactive approach to connecting with voters. That's called proactivity. And then it emphasizes the booklet as a transparent account of the government's achievements. That's called transparency. And then it portrays the Prime Minister as a hands-on leader that takes initiatives or initiative. That's called leadership. And then it focuses on the Prime Minister's effort to engage with the public and to listen to their concerns. That's called engagement. Let's do it again. Accessibility, authenticity, proactivity, transparency, leadership, and engagement. What you saw in halfway tree can be broken down into these 6 things. 1, accessibility. So it's not just the Prime Minister out there on the ground. There is messaging behind it. What you saw in halfway tree, accessibility. The Prime Minister is highlighting that he's accessible and he's willing to engage with the public. What you saw in halfway tree is authenticity. He's authentic. And remember the problem with Golden, inauthentic. Here the Prime Minister is making the contrast that he's authentic. He's genuine by nature, by his actions. He's from the common man, goes into the bus. At one point, I hear the Prime Minister went into a JUTC bus and said, oh, he cool, no man? It was cool in the sun, authentic. And then it showcased the Prime Minister as being proactive. He's connecting, he's stepping out there. And then it also shows that he's transparent. He's showcasing the government's achievement. That's leadership. That's engagement. But no, I have a little bit more to cover. Because this can be encapsulated using 3 words: daring, direct, and dynamic. The day led by the Prime Minister for the Jamaica Labour Party can be described in 3 words, using 3 words: daring, direct, and dynamic. It is daring because by standing in the traffic and handing out booklets himself, the Prime Minister demonstrates a willingness to take bold action and to connect directly with voters, showcasing his confidence and leadership. It's a daring move. It's a confident move by the Prime Minister. Daring in the traffic, bobbing and weaving among the moving traffic. It's a daring move. It shows confidence in his leadership. This is a confident Prime Minister, believing that he has the 3rd term locked. And secondly, it's direct. It's daring, it's direct. Because it allows the Prime Minister to engage with people directly, creating a personal connection and potentially increasing what is called relatability to the average voter. A daring move, a direct move, and a dynamic move. It's dynamic because the Prime Minister's hands-on approach generates dynamic visibility for his campaign, creating a memorable image and potentially sparking positive media coverage and social media blitz. It's dynamic. A daring move by Holness. A direct move by Holness. And a dynamic move by Holness. How is the opposition to respond? Well, I guess they can counter with criticism, create a competing narrative, or capitalize on the controversy. The opposition can only respond with a counter criticism. What they have to do is to criticize the book. The point is there anything there to be critical about? Apart from the misspelling of one word? Because if the opposition cannot criticize the book, they are losing the election. They must point out that this book, as put out by the government, is a flawed set of things. They are not speaking the truth, and point out that the government is lying. If they can't do that, my God. And on top of criticizing it, effectively critiquing the achievements, they will have to create a compelling narrative. The opposition will have to create a competitive narrative highlighting their own achievements in government, their own policies, and contrast those with the Prime Minister's record to shift the focus away from the Jamaica Labour Party. Because right now, the Jamaica Labour Party is in prime time news. Everybody is talking about the Jamaica Labour Party. How is the PNP going to shift the narrative? They have to criticize the book. They have to show that the substance of the book is not credible. Can they do that? And if they can't do that, then the Labour Party is going to continue to generate steam and momentum from this in the days to come. And you know what they say about momentum in politics. It's like a runaway train. You have to stop it. How do you now stop the Labour Party's momentum? And if you cannot criticize it, you have to compete. So you can't criticize, you have to compete. You have to now put out your policies that contrast Holness's policies and Holness's achievement. And the PNP will now need to point to its record in government. They can't do any of those two. They have to do this one. They must capitalize on whatever controversy there is. That's what the PNP has done. They have not countered with criticisms, for there is very little to criticize. They have not put out the competing narratives. What they have done is they have gone for the controversy. They are trying to capitalize on the controversy. So when you hear the PNP criticizing the spelling of Jamaica, that's it. It's the controversy that is in this book. If there are any controversies surrounding the booklet or the campaign, the opposition can capitalize on them, using them as opportunities to raise questions about the Prime Minister's PR day or what happened in Halfway Tree today. Well, as far as I see, the controversy, not much. Competing narratives. Let's see if the PNP will come with something tonight. And as for criticizing, I'm sure that they are going through the book with a fine-teeth comb to see if there's anything that the party placed there that should not be there. Well done, Andrew. Well done. Well done today. Well done. Hi, Anna. How you doing? Hands-on leadership Prime Minister, taking the message to the streets. Brilliant. How are you, Anna? I understand that. Why have you thrown me away? Send me a message. I want to talk to you off the air, my comrade friend. This is a new level of engagement. Prime Minister connects with voters. I'm giving you the headlines. Giving you the headlines. Putting people first. Prime Minister's bold outreach initiative. Taking the message directly to the people. Prime Minister's innovative approach. Leading from the front. Prime Minister's proactive campaign strategy. Reaching out, reaching many. Prime Minister's island-wide initiative. Let's wrap this up and go to the callers. Let's wrap this up and go to the callers. All right. So let me give you a little summary of today. Here goes. The man we saw on the street today, Jamaica's Prime Minister, the most honorable Andrew Michael Holness, holds significant influence over our daily lives. He determines the cost of essentials like bread and shapes policies that impact our quality of life. Yet, in a remarkable display of humility and connection, he was seen handing out booklets in a casual green shirt rather than a formal suit. This image humanizes him. showcasing a leader willing to engage directly with the public. By doing so, he demonstrates a commitment to accessibility and transparency, bridging the gap between governance and the people. This public relations strategy not only promotes his achievement, but also fosters a sense of relatability, potentially strengthening his bond with the community. In a world where leadership often seems distant, this approach refreshingly puts the leader of the Jamaica Labour Party among the people, highlighting a unique blend of authority and approachability. I'll do a double take on that in 30 seconds.
Add postpaid mobile to your current internet plan.
30 seconds. No, that's not what we are going to do. Let's do that.
And claim your 20,000.
That and take that off and
Review class gets you further. We'll give you up.
all right, let's do that. Skip that and go here. Okay, here we are. So today, what you saw from the Prime Minister in a world where leadership is often distant. This approach is refreshing and it puts him among the people, highlighting a unique blend of authority and approachability. Good evening, Chuck Finley.
Good evening, my fellow cockroach journalists.
Well, boy, the cockroach them are build up no these days, eh?
Yes, man. Yes,
Yes.
man. Yes, man.
Yes.
Neighbor,
Good
you
evening,
sum
sir.
it up. Good evening.
What?
You sum it up
Yes.
correctly, mate.
I did.
Yes, man. This approach by the PM today is unprecedented among leaders anywhere in the world. I have never seen this before.
Uh-huh.
And I look forward to see Mark Golden in Africa handing out a book next week.
Well, I pointed out earlier the contrast that the Prime Minister would have made without calling anybody's name. That what he would do in 3 hours in the sun, sir. I don't hold him to do that.
No, he will not.
But when we saw the Prime Minister warming up at these events, you know, this is what. Uh-huh.
This is what he was training for.
Yeah. Anyway, Labour parties are on top of their game tonight. Everybody is happy with the Prime Minister. He has maybe gone up 2 more points in the polls. How are you feeling as a Labourite?
Yeah, but I'm excited. I'm excited. I am, to sum it up in a very popular phrase, me did have to be a Labourite. I couldn't be nothing else.
Uh-huh. Yeah, because what the Prime Minister would have done today, Chuck, is that he would have inspired the base and motivated them and showed leadership. Isn't this leadership, sir?
Lead from the front, not just send people to do, but show them how to do.
Yes.
Right? Not just give commands, but act accordingly.
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
That's our Prime Minister today. Walk among the people, greet the people, speak to the people.
Yes. Yes. Now let's get to the document, Chuck. You have read it, no doubt.
Yeah, man. From early this morning.
Oh yes. Chuck, this is an impressive record of achievement from any government. Is it not so?
It is so far the best record. This is the booklet of what has. This is not a manifesto of promises, you know. This is things that have already been done. These are policies that has already been implemented. These are programs. And I want you to take note that even with the mention of the building of new police stations, there are 3 down in Westmoreland and 1 in Spanish Town.
Yes.
Those have not been completed yet, so those were not counted in the numbers. So it's only things that is completed are counted
Yes.
as complete. Right?
Yes.
But number one, neighbor,
Yes, sir.
the almost 45% reduction in murder, making Jamaica the safest it has been in decades.
Yes, yes. How significant is that? Is that, Chuck?
Yes, neighbor, from 2016 until last year, one of the strongest talking point the PNP use everywhere you go, them say the Prime Minister make promises them not keep. What promises he make you not keep? He said we could have sleep with the door open. And I've always have to tell people that that is a process. It's not a switch, it's a process. And now we have seen a time in Jamaica, neighbor, for the first time in nearly 40 years, where crime is not the lead story.
Yes.
Think of that, neighbor. For the first time in nearly 40 years, crime is not the lead story on the news.
Yes. Fantastic. Listeners, we are talking to Chuck Finney, you see, and we have a copy of the Jamaica Labour Party's record. This absolutely fantastic day for the Jamaica Labour Party. I suspect that the party's election campaign is now in full effect. We have Chuck Finley online.
On the go.
Yes, Chuck Finley. I realized that the party would have placed this one as first.
Yes.
As a first in terms of their achievement. How significant do you think this is going to be on the election? Because it is not only that that crime is down, but they have brought down murders, they have dismantled gangs, new police officers, more than 1,800 new police vehicles. Police have been given modern tools and technology. 150 police stations have been upgraded. Domestic violence units have been. It goes on and on. Chuck. How significant is this policy achievement?
Crime,
and the impact you think it will have on the
has been a deterrent.
Huh?
Crime has been a deterrent to growth and investment in Jamaica for decades. Crime has been a deterrent to diaspora Jamaicans returning home. Crime has caused us to be placed on no-fly list. Crime has caused a lot of damage to the Jamaican reputation. And to see now we are in a position where, as I said earlier, crime is no longer the lead story. Neighbor, it is significant. And it is significant, neighbor, because the reduction in crime can be directly traced to the government policies. It can be directly traced to the government investment, neighbor.
Yes.
So it is significant for us that we are building a safer Jamaica, a more inclusive Jamaica, a Jamaica that people can live, work, do business, and raise their families.
Yes. And Chuck, in terms of Labour Party activism, each of your evangelists, those persons who speak on behalf of the Labour Party, should be armed with one of these books to spread the party's message. You think that is important?
We all are neighbor. But neighbor, if you follow the book, these are the things that I've been speaking to you about for the past couple of weeks.
No. I wonder if you wrote this book. That's why you wrote it.
No, sir. But these are the achievements of the party. These are what is out there.
Yes.
Right?
No, Chuck. Better roads, homes, water, and life for everyone. They have delivered land titles for over 23,500 Jamaicans.
Yes.
More people now own a home, Chuck. The whole matter of home ownership is a major plank of the PNP's election strategy. You are saying that you reduce interest rates, increase the amount of contributors that people can borrow.
Yes.
That means more young people, nurses, teachers, and police officers are finally able to buy their own home. Why is your home policy better than that of the opposition? Chuck?
Ours is practical, ours is effective, and ours has proven to work. Never, let me say this. The PMP said we are going to give some people 500,000 and they're going to put aside $2 billion or something like that for that plan. If you calculate, if you divide 500,000 into 2 billion, you get must about 2,000 persons. Somewhere around that, about 2,000 people you get. Do that calculation, faster. You get about 2,000 persons. Now,
yes.
When you say that, 1 billion, thank you. When you say that for the campaign trails, and I'm going to give $1 billion, it's so like a whole heap of money. But when you say that I give 500,000 per person, a 2,000 person that can help. No. When we improve the policies at the NHC that says, listen to me now, we're going to lend you more money. And we're going to put something in place that if the amount where you borrow can make what you want, we have a grant for you of over $3.5 million. We're
Yes.
500,000.
Yes.
We're 500,000. Home ownership in Jamaica today under Jamaica Holness is the easiest it has ever been. We have a policy here that a minimum wage earner can now go to the NHT and apply for a house. Unprecedented. 98% financing, neighbor, for people working 30K or less. 98% financing from the NHE if you are working under $30,000.
And Chuck, I noticed that you have built over 34,000 new homes.
Over 34, and those are the completed ones. We have several different stages. Yeah.
34,000?
34,000. Now, neighbor, one of the arguments that the PMP is that,
yes,
I know you hear them talk, so when they come to power, they're going to stop take, we're going to stop taking the 11 billion from the NHT, and we're going to put, no, the NHT don't have a shortage of funds. The NHT is not feeling for money to build house. The only thing that the NHT don't build 100,000 homes already is because they can't find the amount of contractors where they need.
Right. They said they're going to build 50,000 in the first term. Now, how are they going to build 50,000, Chuck, when I don't know?
They are gonna go to Portland, neighbor, take up some sand, dump up the gully, and build up some boathouse from there.
Listen to this, Chuck. You have done 300 social houses, providing 1,000 Jamaicans with a fresh start and a roof over their head. What a fantastic deliverable that was. 300 people got home.
That under this social home. And right now, that 300 handover, and I can tell you personally, there's about 250 under construction right now, right across the island. So there are more to be handed over coming. Right?
Yes.
And this project, the Prime Minister said eventually they will start give out up to 1,000 of these per year. So contractors in Jamaica only need to step up on a game. Contractors, home builders, mason, register on yourself.
Yes. I heard the Prime Minister. Do you have any information, Chuck, on the electricity to rural communities. Prepaid electricity program. Do you have any information on that?
No, I have not looked it up, but I can get the information on it. So the JPS has been instructed to make prepaid electricity available right across the island. I am not sure how far along they are with that project.
Yes.
That it wouldn't be a government implemented project. We just make the policy that that JPS has to make it available. So I am not sure how far they are with it.
Right. And then Chuck, the whole matter of the Sparks program is creating significant ease for people in terms of traveling on the roads. That is a significant achievement too.
Yeah, but the Sparks program is a comprehensive road maintenance program. And if you notice on the Spark, they put that they are supplying neighborhoods with data, because data cable will run under the road, water, and all of those things, infrastructure are being put under the road now. So every community will be ready for Wi-Fi, for potable water, and all these infrastructure are being put in place, neighbor. And neighbor, another thing that the Sparks program will bring is that there was a time in this country where every time, the only time a road gets fixed is when people go demonstrate. All these roads that are being fixed under the Sparks program will now be cataloged and be put under a maintenance program, which means that every contractor has to guarantee their work for up to between 7 to 10 years. So the government will know that 5 years in, we have to go check this road. 7 years in, we have to go do some maintenance on it so we can keep it going, neighbor. That is a game changer for us.
Yes, and as we move on, Chuck, the whole matter of poverty, the government is suggesting that over 21% of people were living in poverty in 2015.
In 2016.
Jamaica was a poor place, Chuck.
Yes, neighbor. In 2016, neighbor, poverty rate was at 21%.
Yes, and now
it is now registered at 8%, 8.2%, but I strongly believe it is lower because 2024 numbers have not been checked into that yet. And remember that the income tax threshold has increased in 2024. The minimum wage has gone up since. So I expect that number should lie somewhere between 5 or 6%, neighbor. Somewhere there, it is even lower, neighbor.
Yeah. A government that has cut poverty, in half, is a caring government, Chuck.
It's a caring government, neighbor. Neighbor, if you're talking about a caring government, I don't know if you see the part where it says they have built a wing at the Bustamante Hospital for Children so that parents can stay overnight closer to their children.
Is that so?
Yes, neighbor, it is. Yes, neighbor.
Is that so?
Yes, they have constructed a wing at the Bustamante Hospital for Children so that parents can stay overnight.
Yes. Building a wing for parents at Bustamante so they can stay close. Oh my goodness. Thank you for highlighting that.
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah, but these are things that a caring government implement.
And then Chuck, not only have you cut poverty in half, but you have reduced the country's debt to the lowest in 30 years.
Lowest in 30 years. Our debt to GDP right now stand at 68%. Neighbor, 68%, coming from a high of 146. When we took over in 2016, it was 130. We have cut what we got in half. We are now at 68%, and we are projected by the end of this fiscal year to get into the lower 50s.
Boy, I tell you something, no new taxes
No new taxes, neighbor.
Yes.
No new taxes.
Workers are taking more money. Chuck,
yes.
The income tax threshold from 590.
Raise the income tax threshold. Neighbor, is we speak about raising the income tax threshold. Let me tell you when the first time it was raised in 2007 by Ardisha. It was raised from 120,000 to 500,000. Then we building a middle class in Jamaica. We have raised.
Yes, sir. For the first time in Jamaica, people are getting back $20,000 tax credit. Is that so?
Unprecedented, neighbor? A tax return, neighbor, was something we hear about in America. A tax return was something where we only hear about in America. For the very first time, your tax dollars was so managed that the government was able to give people back a small tax refund.
Yes, Chuck, and then only 3.3% of Jamaicans are not working. What a
Only
fantastic achievement that.
3%, neighbor. Only 3.3%, the lowest unemployment rate ever in our history.
This is almost unbelievable, you know, Chuck. As I go through all of this, I wonder, Chuck, is this real?
It is real, neighbor. It is real. This is the neighbor. I spoke to you about the PMP corrupted institutions. And if you remember, I mentioned to you that several of the Labour Party's achievement over the year has been stolen by the PMP because they were documented properly, neighbor. This document right here, neighbor, putting it in black and white.
Yes.
Makes this achievement enable. Let me tell you one plan that I suspect is afoot, neighbor. Up until this point, we have had a 50% reduction in poverty. We've had close to 45% reduction in crime. We've cut unemployment to the lowest ever. None of these has been reported by the Gleaner that has documented Jamaican history for close to 200 years. They don't see them in the Gleaner anymore. But let me tell you this. Should an election be called, should God forbid and the PMP is victorious, then I suspect the Gleaner then will run this story and document them during a PMP administration. So future people doing research will find this Gleaner story during a time when the PMP was in office, neighbor. The Jamaica Labour Party did a wonderful thing today by putting these achievements in black and white.
Yes.
So yes, they cannot be stolen.
And I see, Chuck, that you have created 250,000 new jobs.
253,000 to be exact. 253,000 new jobs, neighbor. Since 2016,
253,000.
Yes, new jobs. Yes, we have made 14,000 government employees permanent, tour and contracts. 14,000 of persons employed to the government and contract has been made permanent.
Yes.
This government, neighbor, is not playing. We are fixing the country. We are trying to right the wrongs.
Yes. And then, Chuck, there is no question that in terms of the whole matter of creating opportunities for young people, our young people were never left out at all. You have trained over 6,000 young people through the National Service Corps, eh? Gave more than 550,000 Jamaican access to heart, and they didn't have to pay anything.
Huh? You have to pay, neighbor, goes up to an associate degree, neighbor. Where in the world do you get an associate degree for free?
Yes.
550,000 young people have been trained, neighbor. Neighbor, when you want to raise the personal GDP of your country, you have to get your people them trained. And that is why we have access to training in Jamaica, free. So no Jamaican should find it difficult to attain skills training and certification. So this move to train young people neighbor is a realization that by Andrew Holness that is where we were lagging. So he has opened up the door to heart and said, not only is it free neighbor, but they are paying some people to go.
Yes.
Yes.
Chuck, we only have 2 minutes. Having looked at this document, having seen what the Prime Minister did today, and the mood in the country now, pitch the message now, Chuck, to the voters out there. What are they to do? How are they to respond?
Neighbor, it has been the same since the last couple of weeks. Choose Jamaica. A vote for the Jamaica Labour Party is a vote for Jamaica. It's a vote to continue these policies, to continue to implement, to continue to improve, to continue to build Jamaica, to improve our life, every single person, from the CEO to the man on the street, neighbor. And why is it important to make it from the CEO to the man on the street? Because we had a government, neighbor, that pack up street people and go dump them in a mud lake. We have that. A government in this country did that to our street people.
Yes.
What did we do to street people? We have built government-run drop-in centers that street people can go have a shower and a hot meal neighbor. So everybody from the CEO to the man on the street is being affected by this government. We're not leaving anybody behind. The elderly, we have moved the amount of prescription filled from 1 million in 2016 to 3 million in 2024. That is under the Jamaica Drugs for the Elderly program, from 1 million to 3 million. That are 3 times the amount we are doing. So everybody is being touched. So a vote for the Jamaica Labour Party is a vote to continue the work, to continue to build, to continue to strengthen, to continue to move us forward, neighbor. And the message going forward is to choose.
Because according to the commission, it has done its work. It has.
Yes. The message going forward, neighbor, is to choose Jamaica. It doesn't get any simpler than that. Do not choose blood and fire. Choose Jamaica. Blood and fire cannot help you. Choose Jamaica is the message, neighbor.
Well, sir, with this platform, sir, this record of achievement that you put out today, my God, Chuck, it is an amazing time for Jamaicans to sit back and
an amazing time, neighbor. Just to sit back and if you notice, neighbor, how many comrades have you seen in your chat since you started typing anything? Normally, them they are called
a couple of them have spoken to me today. All they can criticize is the misspelling of one word.
But neighbor, it is funny, neighbor. I was on live earlier and I was telling the people that they are checking for misspellings. And that's the only thing you're going to.
Can you imagine, sir? Which suggests to you that the document is a very good, well done document.
Well done document.
When your opponent can't criticize it, sir, then what they have to do now is to look for, things in it that
the trivial things.
The trivial things.
Yes.
And whatever is controversial in it, they want to capitalize on the controversy. Huh?
But nothing in it is controversial, neighbor. If a word spelled wrong, don't worry. We can correct it.
Well, everybody, it's not a perfect world, sir. When I see Senior Times putting that out as something to laugh about.
Neighbor, even in the agricultural sector, neighbor, where them love to talk about Fried Green being the worst agricultural minister, neighbor. When the government says we have yield more crop this year than any other time in the last 10, that is the agriculture minister at work. When the minister said we have 2 cold storage facilities, 2 of them neighbor that is built to save your crop whenever we have excess, to keep prices constant. The last time we had cold storage facility neighbor was when Edward Siaga started, I think it was Agro Grace. That was the last time we had cold storage facility in Jamaica. And it come back later is the next Labour Party government had to do it. Neighbor. Right? So, neighbor, this booklet,
Mr. Siaga will be proud.
Mr. Siaga would be very, very proud.
Yes.
Of what his protege has done.
Yes. Yes, sir. Continue the good work. You hear, Mr. Chuck? Take care of yourself.
We will, neighbor. We will. I will talk to you a little later.
Yeah, man. You bet. All right. Cool. I was trying to come on your program today, but you didn't see me, man. In gone. All right. In gone. Okay. That was our Mr. Chuck Finley, and of course he does good blogging for the Jamaica Labour Party. Do you listen to him? You should. He normally carries the message for the party, and he does a very good job of it. So if you are minding, then you listen to Mr. Chuck Finley, right? We're gonna open the lines now for you. If you want to join to share on anything relating to today or whatever is on your mind, love to have a few views from the National Party. What is that side saying? They are in St. Catherine even as we speak. So the lines are open, listeners, for you.